Hi guys, Becky Yackley here for Winchester. Today I'm going to show you what I do when I take my small frame 308 out of the safe and give it a once over before I set it up and get it zeroed for deer hunting. The first thing I'll do, even though it's been in the safe, I'm going to check and make sure it's clear, and it is. So I'm going to close the bolt and pop the pins out. Okay, so I take the pins out, set my lower aside, take my upper, and I'm going to take the bolt handle and the bolt out. I'm going to take the upper and a chamber brush, and I am going to brush that out, make sure there's nothing in there. And it's really pretty clean because the last time I shot this was deer hunting and I zeroed it. We shot a deer and that was pretty much it. Then I'm going to run the bore snake down it several times. Come on, Alright, so we've run the bore snake down it. And it looks good. The other thing I can do, if it was dirtier, I could spray it out with some cleaner, but I'm just going to wipe it out. There's just a little bit of oil in here because we oiled it down well before we put it in the safe. So I'm going to wipe it all out, and then I'm ready to re-oil it. But I'll set that aside. I can look at my lower. Make sure there's no dirt in the trigger group. And that looks good. Make sure it's clean around my mag release, which it is. You know, you can check here. Again, it's for hunting, this rifle, and so I haven't really put a lot of rounds through it. So I'm not too worried about dirt. Alright, now that that part's done, see that I got glasses? If I spray, I don't want to spray cleaners or solvents without something over my eyes. So I'm going to spray the bolt down. Make sure I look at the extractor, make sure that's good, and then wipe it down and re-oil it. Like I said, this has not been used since last year, so the biggest issue to me is that the oil that was on here over the winter feels a little gummy, so I want to wipe it off and re-oil it. Alright, so I'm ready to re-oil. Charging handle, my bolts. Because I wiped it off with the cleaner, I'm just going to oil the whole bolt. Because I don't want to strip every bit of oil off the metal. I don't like leaving the metal bare. So we'll just kind of wipe it down now with the oil. And then everything has a nice clean coating of oil on it. I did not spray out the inside of my receiver, so I didn't strip the oil out, but I'm going to put a little drop and just kind of wipe down the inside of the receiver. Because I know where the carbon's going to collect, and I know that having it oiled makes it easier to clean it. So that's that. I'm going to take my bolt handle, drop it back in, take my bolt, drop it in, and I'm ready to pop these pins in, push my, oh, one last thing. A lot of people don't do this. This is your buffer spring, your buffer tube. I'm going to wipe the face off, but I'm just going to put a drop of oil down here. That's a spring back there, so don't let that go dry. You can put a little oil back there. Alright, so 1 pin, 2 pins, and it's ready. So that's a quick way to go over your AR platform rifle. Pop out the pins, clean the bore, clean the locking lugs, look at your trigger group. Wipe everything down with oil, wipe off any old or varnished oil, and put new oil on. And then you're ready to go find your optic and get yourself zeroed and ready for deer hunting. A few of the things that I really like about hunting with an AR platform rifle are that it is very adjustable and affordable. There's so many different, just the butt stocks. You can go from a tall person to a short person, you know, depending on what your length of pull is. So my son can use this, I can use this. I can get a different diameter handguard, a different length handguard. I can get different length barrels. Maybe I want something set up really nice and light for a small person. I can do that with an AR platform. The other thing I like is the controls, once you learn them, are very easy. Mag release, charging handle. And that's all that there is to it. And the safety, you can get an ambi safety, so you can have it from either side, left or right-handed shooter. And it's very visible whether it's on safe or not. And I like that, especially taking youngsters hunting. So check back with Winchester and find more videos on tips for hunting and shooting, and you have a good hunt.